Hi Facebook family! I'm coming to you live today, and this is my dad.
Hi everybody.
This is Lou Herndon, and my dad and Susan are visiting from California. They're actually leaving in a little bit. But I said, Dad, before you leave, will you go live with me and talk about Father's Day? Because it's Father's Day, and he's like, well, what do I have to do? Right, Dad?
Right.
And I said, well, I want to talk about some products that you use that are my products, but I just want to talk about dads and about Father's Day, because it's coming up Sunday, and we won't be able to be actually with you on Sunday, but it's been such a great time of visiting since they've been here, and I just want to encourage you, when you get together with family, you know, there's a lot of small talk that happens when there's a bunch of people together, or even if there's not a bunch of people, if you just have, your mom and dad visiting or whatever. But we actually sat down yesterday and we talked. And we talked about stories, and I found out some stories about you and Susan when you met, and funny stories about your beginning life together. You've been married 51 years now. So, hi everybody. Thanks for watching. Hi Deborah from England, and Megan. How are you? Oh, look at all those hearts coming in. This is really great. So my dad and Susan have been married for 51 years, and we talked about marriage, and we talked about, I don't know, what else did we talk about?
Just a little about everything.
Family history.
Everything, yes.
Yeah, family history, and that takes time. And my dad is an entrepreneur, and my stepmom has been an entrepreneur, both of them, their whole entire married life. And so yesterday we did a podcast recording, which neither one of them had ever done a podcast before. So they're like, Susan last night, when Kurt walked in, my husband, she said, we did a podcast. I thought that was so cute. She was so proud of it. So it was really cool, because entrepreneurship is the same. It doesn't matter if you're in direct sales like I am, or it doesn't matter if you own whatever kind of business you own. Business principles are the same, right, Dad?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we did a podcast all about that yesterday, and it's going to be up pretty soon on iTunes, but it's not edited yet. But it's really, I think you guys, what you shared yesterday was so great, coming from a lifelong experience of being in business. Mm-hmm. And I'm in business, and I've been in business now for a long time. I've always been an entrepreneur. I don't know if I've held some jobs, like jobs, but not very many. I've really pretty much been self-employed my whole life, like you, right? Most of the time.
Well, I had...
You had a lot of jobs.
I had a lot of
at the
jobs
beginning,
too, until I found my life's work.
Yeah, and sometimes that takes time.
Yes.
Sometimes until you find what you're passionate about. And we talked about that yesterday. If you have a product you're passionate about, you can talk about it because you want people to know about it, because you know it's going to help them, right? And so, hi Maria, Alexis, and Rose. How are you guys? Thanks for watching. Okay, so with that being said, my dad has been one of my long-term customers, and you bought one product in particular from me for, like, how long? Ever since it came out, I think.
Just about, right.
12 years, 10 years, something like that.
I call it blue goop.
Yeah, he calls it blue goop. It's actually called Climate Control, and this one's almost empty. This is my husband's. I just grabbed off of his bathroom counter, because every man in my life uses this. My dad uses it. He calls it blue goop. It's actually called Climate Control. My husband uses it. My son-in-law uses it. My son uses it. Everybody, this is really, really great. It's kind of like an aftershave and a anti-aging moisturizer all in one for men, and they like it because it doesn't feel heavy on your skin, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just spray it on, and there's a real refreshing feeling about it.
Yeah, and what it does is it brings moisture. It's hyaluronic acid, so it brings moisture into the skin and locks it in, and then it's also anti-aging. So look at my dad. Does he look amazing in his 80? Well, Dad, I don't even know how old you are. 80?
I'll be 82 next month.
82 next month. And look at him. And he's been using climate control for at least 12 years. Probably.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, at least 12 years. Every day. Every day, every day, every day. It makes a difference when you use good skincare. It really does.
When I remember when you told me about it and what all it was going to do for me, I said, well, I should bathe in it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If it came in big gallon things, you could put it all over your body, right? It's really good for parts of your body, though, that are really super dry, or psoriasis or eczema or anything like that.
Yeah, I started using it on the back of my hands.
Oh,
too.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you noticed
because
a big difference?
Because over the years, being out in the sun a lot,
Yeah.
My hands got real
Well,
dry.
they look really moisturized right now, so that's really good. I mean, my dad's hands look really good. Look at that. They really look good.
Well, they're quite used.
Yeah, they're quite used. Yes, and he was in the sun a lot. And the other thing that I just gave him the other day when he got here was lip balm. And he had a little, like a cold sore or something right here on his lip, probably just from dryness in the air and all that. So I gave him some lip balm, and my husband uses the lip balm every day, like every day, because if he doesn't, he gets cold sores. If he uses lip balm, he never gets cold sores. As soon as he doesn't use it for a couple days, he just starts to get a cold sore. Isn't that weird? But it really is true. And the lip balm is a treatment, so it's not just chapstick. It actually works on your skin to hydrate the tissue of your lips and protect it from the sun. So that's we're talking kind of about these products that men use because of Father's Day, and men's skin is skin. Skin is skin. Your skin and my skin, men's skin and women's skin are exactly the same. They're made up the same. They have the same, oil glands, all that stuff, and get dry, get dehydrated, get sunburned or windburned or anything like that. All skin is the same, but most men don't know what to use. Like,
Right.
you
Like,
should be using something.
The philosophy is nothing is better for men. I mean, typically.
You mean men think that?
Yes.
Because they don't know what to do.
Yes.
Right? I have a customer that's a guy, and I met him at a network event, and he knew that I was into skincare, so he came up to me really quietly, and he said, I need some advice. I don't know who to ask, and I know my skin is so dry, and it's getting like irritated, patchy and stuff. And so I talked to him, and I talked to him about skincare and what he was using. All he was doing is soap and water in the shower. And men, as you age, you start looking in the mirror, right? And you start seeing wrinkles.
Right.
And,
right.
crow's feet as you get older and things like that. And men can take care of that, just like women can. It's the same thing. Hi, Chandra. Deborah Cook from the UK says you look much younger than 82.
Thank you, Deborah.
So climate control is really good for any man, any skin type. It doesn't matter if you're oily. It doesn't matter because it's hydration. Hydration and oil are two different things. So this is hydration for men's skin, and I like to make it simple and just say it's kind of like their aftershave and their moisturizer kind of all in one. But then my husband uses the day cream as well. So he puts the climate control on and then puts the day cream, and the day cream has an SPF factor of 15, and so my husband uses that. And then the other thing my husband uses is the body wash. He uses this one a lot of different ways. He uses this in the shower because it's really good for your skin, and it keeps your skin from getting dry. And he also uses it to shave. So he puts it on his face and soaps up his face, and then he shaves with it because it's moisturizing and anti-aging as well. So he uses that. And then he also, once in a while, and I do too, We use it as a clarifying shampoo, and because you can use this on your head as well. So it's kind of like one of those things that's all in one. And then the other thing that my husband's using now, and my dad tried it for the first time. What'd you think, Dad, of the shampoo?
Oh, that was what I used?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Did
Yeah,
you
it was
like it?
nice. Yeah, very nice.
Okay, Dad just used it for the first time in the shower this morning, and I told him about it, and I said, Dad, it's really good for thinning hair, and then there's also the serum that actually grows your hair. These two both together grows your hair, but this one is really good for thickening your hair and for stimulating your hair growth, and this one, the serum that you kind of rub it into your scalp, and we didn't do this on you because I was gone working out when they got up this morning, so I forgot to tell you about this. But my husband uses this every day. So these are kind of some ideas for men. If you're looking for something to do for your man in your life, then give them something that actually is good for them and that'll work and proven to work. And I mean, I would not tell you this if it wasn't for every man in my family uses these products because they work. And yesterday, my dad was talking in the podcast about how if you believe in the product, what did you say about that? You said,
well, it's much easier to sell. You can sell with enthusiasm, and you can tell stories that people have. Either you can talk from your personal experience, or you can talk about your customers. What the feedback that they give you on it, and
right.
But it's believing in the product is extremely important, regardless of what your product is.
Right. Regardless of what it is, if you know that it works and you feel confident about that, so that when you sell it to someone, you know that they're gonna love it and that they're gonna trust you because it worked and did what it said it was gonna do. That's really important. It's really important with your customers, because I've had customers that have been with me for the whole time I've been a SeneGence distributor. 20 years now, I have customers that still buy from me. So with that being said, I just want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day. I hope you get to spend time with your dad. If you have your dad still alive, if you don't have your dad still alive, maybe just talk about the memories of your dad and share it with those, because my dad owned a game company, and one of the games that you had that we always used to play was called Life Stories.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Of course you do. That was your game. But that was a really good game. But you don't have to have a game to play that. It just makes it kind of easier. Right?
Yes, it kind of guides you through discussions about important things in life.
Yeah, and most families don't do that.
Most families talk about the weather or the length of skirts or the football scores or whatever, and don't really get into the important things.
So communication. Dad's big thing is communication. And he's always been that way, and that's why he had games that were about communication. But the Life Story game was really great because you would draw a card and you would all be sitting around as a family, and it's better if you even have like older generations of family that are there. And let's say you draw a card and it says, tell about how your grandparents met. Well, if you've got, I've got grandkids, right? So I've got grandkids, and they're sitting with us playing, and then my dad draws that card. So my dad, he gets the card that says, tell about how your grandparents met. Do you know how your grandparents met?
No.
I
don't.
See, isn't it? But I know now how Dad and Sue met, because we talked about that yesterday. We had a long conversation about the story, and it was so cute because 51 years they've been married. And yesterday when we were talking about the way they met and where they met and all that, they both had this twinkle in their eye that was so cute. And those are the kind of things that you can do with a family. So maybe write up some questions. I mean, is Life Story still out there?
Yes.
It is?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, look it up. So does someone online sell it, or
Mm-hmm.
look it up, you guys? It's a great game to play with generations of family, and you learn so much about your family and your family history, because in the old days, that's what they used to do. They used to pass on family history by just talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Generation
Yes.
after generation after generation. But we don't communicate like we used to. I mean, the kids, all they do is they're on their phone constantly. They don't even talk to anybody in the room, right? So when maybe this Father's Day, I'm challenging you to do that with your family. If you have a dad that's still alive, do that with him or whatever. Hi, Brian Wall. Brian Wall is watching. That's my son-in-law. And he's watching right now. Thanks for watching. Okay, you guys. Oh, you miss your dad, Judy. I'm sure you do. I'm sure everyone that doesn't have their dad alive anymore misses their dad. I feel very honored and blessed beyond belief that I have my dad sitting right here with me, and my mom is still alive, and my stepmom is still alive. I have a lot of people in my life that are influential to me, and they're all still alive. So I know it's hard when you don't. But God bless everybody. Have a wonderful weekend, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.